Hi everyone, Chris Natzke here with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching with your Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week live on Facebook. I'm excited today because I'm going to be continuing my three-part series that I started last week called The 3 C's of Creating Breakthroughs. Now, when I talk about breakthroughs, it always gets me excited because in my work, not only as a life coach, but also as a martial arts instructor and as a speaker and a facilitator leader, when I see people have a breakthrough, it's one of the most exciting things that I get to do. And what do I mean by a breakthrough? Well, it's where you make this quantum leap where maybe in the past things were holding you back. It could be financially, it could be physically, it could be professionally, it could be in your relationships. And so it's about being able to make that quantum leap, that breakthrough in order to get where you want to go. And last week we talked about the first C, and that was having clarity in your vision. Most people get bogged down because they're not really super clear about where they want to go. And I broke it down and I said there's 3 important questions to ask yourself and then to answer in terms of having clarity in your vision. Number 1 is, what do you really want? Not just, kind of this vagueness out there, but specifically, what are you really going for? Number 2 is, what's your big why? When you get really clear about why something is important to you, then when obstacles come, you're more able to move through them. And then finally is, who do you need to be? What do you need to be on the inside in order to experience on the outside? Confident, proactive, whatever that way of being. So, and then what I said to you is, if you want to get more details on this, go ahead and go to my website, chrisnatzke.com, and I have this free report called The Top 10 Big Ideas to Create Breakthroughs. So if you want to, lean into that a little bit more, go right ahead. So, today what I want to talk about is the second C, and one that I think is oftentimes overlooked, and that is creating your plan. I've always loved the quote that goes something like this: a goal without a plan is just a wish. Think about that. A goal without a plan is just a wish. And I want you to think back in your life when you got super excited about taking action on something and you were totally fired up and into it. And then later on, you started to lose momentum, and then pretty soon it faded from your awareness and it never got done. And when you asked yourself about it or someone asked you about it, life happened. I got distracted here. I got distracted there. But on the other side of that coin, there are other times in your life when you really got focused on something and then it did happen. And I can almost guarantee that when it did, you had some sort of a plan that you were following. So that's what I want to talk about today, is the importance of that plan and 4 aspects to creating that plan and then moving forward on it that can get you to breakthrough. And the first one is this, is number 1 is begin with the end in mind, but then break it down. Begin with the end in mind and then break it down. Now, it's always important for us to know where we're going, but oftentimes when we have that vision, it can seem so big it can become overwhelming. So what I encourage people to do is to take that vision and then break it down into very small and digestible chunks. Like I often tell my martial arts students, is that the way you eat an elephant is 1 bite at a time. So what vision do you have for yourself? And then plan out the specific steps that can take it in small digestible chunks. Also is be consistent in your action. So, many times people will start off fast at the beginning and then they'll begin to fade. But what we want to do is take that consistent action each and every day. And like I tell my coaching clients, if you miss a day, it's okay. Just don't miss 2 days. So what are the consistent action steps you can take each and every day? And then finally, don't be afraid to ask for help. You're not going to get a gold star, a gold breakthrough star when you get to the end and you do it all by yourself. So where are the places, if you really are serious about having a breakthrough, where can you go to get resources to help you through the process? So that's the first one, is begin with the end in mind and then break it down. Number 2 is find someone who can hold you capable. Now, what do I mean by that? Within the coaching world, we talk a lot about having an accountability partner or someone holding you accountable. And I like that word, but I think that oftentimes it can almost seem condescending. But someone who holds you capable is someone who's going to hold you to what you say you want to do, but they're going to do it because they're going to support the greatness that's already inside of you. There's someone that sees it in you. There's someone possibly that maybe has been there before as well, and they're also someone that's going to be honest with you if you're not being true to yourself. So who in your life do you have that can hold you capable to getting what you want and moving through that breakthrough? Number 3 is plan for your obstacles. Now, what do I mean by that? It's easy to dream about the end result, and it's also oftentimes a real important thing for us to, focus and visualize on the steps to get there. But what many of us don't do, myself included, is we focus so much on what we want, but we don't focus on what happens when an obstacle comes that might get us off track. See, when we're not prepared for those obstacles in advance, they have the possibility to get us off track. But if you kind of have a sense, particularly where things might have gotten in your way before, and you go, yeah, every time I want to take this step, this happens, and you start to make a plan for that, then when it happens, you can take advantage of that situation and continue your momentum. So there you have it. So make sure that you plan for the obstacles. And then finally, and this, honestly, my friends, is the one I have the most difficulty with, is plan your celebration when it gets done. One of the things I've realized is when we have something positive to look forward to, it can keep us inspired and motivated and focused on where we want to go. And it's not just the act of accomplishing what we want to do. I mean, there's joy to be found in that, but also, is there a way you can reward yourself? Is it a special dinner, a night out on the town, a mini vacation? When you achieve that breakthrough, what is something you can do to celebrate? Who do you want to do it with? Who do you want to celebrate with? And make that proclamation in advance that that's what you're going to do. So now it's not only in your consciousness on the inside, but you've got people, your capability partners, to help you do that as well. So there you have it, my friends. That's the important part of the second C, which is creating a plan to break through. And that is to begin with the end in mind and break it down, hold or find someone to hold you capable, plan for the obstacles, and then finally plan your celebration. So again, my friends, if you really want to take a deeper dive into this, go to my website, chrisnatzke.com, and on there you're going to have a place where you can download a free report that is the top 10 big ideas that create breakthrough, where I'm going to go a little bit more specifically into what I just shared with you today. So there you have, my friend. What is your step you're going to take this week to start creating your plan to breakthrough? So if you enjoyed this, as always, make sure you comment, like it, love it, and give me your comments. And also, if you'd like some things shared in the future, always let me know that as well. Love to be able to share my messages with you. So with that being said, have a fantastic week. And this has been Chris Natzke with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching. And we'll see you next time on the Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week.